All right, so Saturday night dinner, and we're gonna have some chicken today. It's gonna be a white chicken gravy. This includes the chicken marinated in curds. There's going to be a buttermilk for the gravy that I'm going to add into the gravy. It's going to be quite interesting. Interesting spice also is going to be the use of white chili powder in it. It's a bit different from the red chili powder in the sense that number one is the color, but number two, it's not as sharp as the red chili powder. It's not as spicy as the red chili powder. So let me take you to the ingredients now. Okay, so for the cooking process, we're gonna grind some dry powders, some dry masala. So basically, you've got your about 2 teaspoons of coriander seeds, about 1 teaspoon of cumin, a couple of cloves, couple of peppercorns, 2 sticks of cinnamon, and we're gonna grind that. Once we grind this into a powder, we then going to add the wet masalas, which is basically your tomato, onions, ginger. Uh, I use just one onion, one tomato, about a pot of ginger, so roughly about one teaspoon of ginger, 3 to 4 pods of garlic, and just 1.5 or 1 green chili. That would be enough. For the marination of the chicken, very important. So the chicken's got curds. I've washed the chicken well, so it's got curds. It's got just a hint, half a teaspoon of turmeric. Uh, it's got about a tablespoon of salt, and it's got about 1 tablespoon of the white chili powder. What does the white chili powder look like? Very simple. Uh, this is what it looks like. That's your white chili powder for you. So in goes your dry spices. I'm just going to grind this. It's become a nice powder. I'm now going to add the wet masalas in it. And that's how the masala looks after adding the tomatoes, the green chili, the adrak, lasoon, the ginger garlic, and the onions. So it's got a nice color. Let's start with the cooking process now. Okay, so we're going to start with the cooking process, and I've added the butter. I'll insert a bit. So we're going to add a bit of oil. Yeah. So this is going to be a bit of a challenge because I'm the cameraman today and the cook. It's going to be fun. So we'll just wait for the butter and oil to heat up. I'm going to add my salad. We have to make sure that the masala gets cooked well. So the onion and the tomato and the ginger garlic, the rawness of the ginger garlic needs to come out. So you can see now that the onions release its oil and the masala is looking nice and cooked. It's lots more brownier than it was before. At this point is when I'm going to add the chicken. So we added the chicken, and we're going to let the chicken cook now for some time. It needs to fry a bit in the masalas. It needs to absorb the masalas. I'm not going to add any water at this point. We just let the chicken fry with the masalas. Okay, now you can see that the curd in the marination also has left its oil. It's nice, the chicken's looking good. And at this point is when we're going to add the buttermilk. So this is, I've just taken curds, some milk and water, and I've beaten it up and just made it a consistency like this. And this is what is going to go into this masala now. So after adding the buttermilk, this is how it looks. And I just thought of adding some potatoes in it. I'm going to add about one large potato into this. It's going to be a chicken potato white gravy dish. And it's going to be interesting and nice. So I'm just going to peel the potato and put it in, and then leave this to cook on slow or medium heat for about 15 to 20 minutes, and we'll be back. Okay, so the gravy looks cooked. There's a lot of beautiful oil released by the curds and the masalas and the onions. So now at this point is when I'm going to add some fenugreek leaves, dried fenugreek. But what I did was I toasted them a bit. So this is the toasted fenugreek leaves, dry leaves. What this does is that when you toast it, it just releases a bit of its essential oils, a bitter tinge, and this now goes into the masala. Give this a stir. We'll let it cook for another 3 to 4 minutes, and then we'll be back. So that's your white chicken with Kasuri Methi or fenugreek, roasted fenugreek leaves, and you would then kind of put some fried onions over. And there you are.